Minglaba. Good morning, everybody. We are Karzo, the dominant B2B logistics platform in Myanmar and beyond. Myanmar ranks 137th out of 160 in the World Bank Logistics Performance Indicator, and we are by far the lowest in our region. For corporate business, that means high logistics costs and unreliable distribution of goods in the country. In Myanmar, over 400,000 trucks deliver over 85% of all the goods, all by road. The big pain point and problem is that businesses have to use multiple suppliers to distribute their goods across the country. And in Myanmar, we're still very manual and paper-based. The Myanmar freight market is expected to increase by 300% in the coming years, with the construction of the Asian Highway coming in from India, the Belt Road coming in from China. Myanmar really is the key land bridge to connect those supply chains to Southeast Asia. Now, with 85% of all goods going via road and all goods that arrive at the Myanmar border must go onto Myanmar trucks, Myanmar is the only geographical link to link South Asia and China supply chains through Myanmar on all the way through Southeast Asia. With that significant growth that's going to happen, we're solving this with technology. One corporate dashboard for businesses to log in and manage their entire logistics operation in Myanmar and across the region. Full tracking and visibility, goods in transit insurance, and digital payments. To date in 2020, we built 45 active corporate clients with lots of room for growth. In January, 1.8% margin to this month, 9% margins. We've nearly doubled our trucking fleet. We've done over $2 million in GMV. And in the low season months, we've grown 150% compared to 2019. Our focus is servicing the B2B corporate supply chain across all sectors. We work with large M&C companies, large domestic companies, doing everything from bulk shipments at the ports right through to FMCG, multiple drop-off, last mile distribution. We recently won the national tender for Maersk Line, the largest shipping line in the world. We beat all 3PLs and all logistics operators in the country to be the #1 key supplier for them for Myanmar. We're very invested in Myanmar. Myself, the founder and CEO, with a digital marketing SEO background, over 8 years living and working in technology in Myanmar. Our COO, ex-Brunei oil and gas operations manager, a repat local that runs the entire operations on the ground. Our CFO, a chartered accountant from London, over 4 years living and working in Myanmar. And our chief business officer, ex-FedEx, over 20 years of multinational logistics, operations and sales. He's really built the growth that we've had this year in 2020, and he's set up our pipeline clients and projects for next year as well. And we have 46 staff across the country, all Myanmar staff. Now, we built the largest virtual fleet along the 4 freight corridors of Myanmar. And to date, that core trucking-based margin has been an average of 3%, but this is really only one part of the supply chain. Now we're expanding to a complete end-to-end supply chain service, naturally boosting our margins to over 30%. We're fully operational in the ports, doing bulk and project logistics, 20% average margin. We're fully operational doing containers hauling from port to warehouse. We're launching a warehouse and order aggregation service for corporate business, the first in Myanmar this year. And now we're fully operational with a trucking customs clearance service all the way to Thailand and back into Myanmar, 15 up to 20% margins. We've had great growth in 2020, but the transformation of our margins of an average 1% in Q1 to 8% in Q3 is real evidence of us executing the supply chain service with higher margins. We're expecting that growth to keep going, with GMV expected over $2 million in USD GMV in Q2 2021 at over 13.5% margins, a real gold standard in logistics. Karzo's long-term vision is to be the dominant B2B emerging market platform to connect South Asia and China supply chain through Myanmar and right through Southeast Asia.